Hello friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to my channel. I make travel updates and news in the Philippines. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and liking this video. In today's video, we have some great news, especially for foreign nationals and former Filipinos. So two things we'll talk about today: easing of restriction and the conditions attached to it. So the Philippines eases restrictions but with conditions. First up, Philippines won't extend the travel ban on the 36 countries. That's right. In a press briefing of the Office of the Presidential Spokesperson, Harry Roque, he announced that the Philippine government has decided not to extend the travel restriction on foreigners from the 36 countries that had recorded the new COVID variant. The restriction remains until January 31, 2021 and would lapse after that date. Therefore, starting February 1, foreign nationals holding certain long-term visas, former Filipinos and their families will be allowed entry into the Philippines, regardless of which country they come from. Balikbayan privilege will be back to all eligible countries. With this announcement, only the Office of the Presidential Spokesperson has announced it. The Bureau of Immigration hasn't written their guidelines about this matter. But basing on the announcement of the Presidential Spokesperson or the Palace, those who were allowed before will be allowed again. So holders of long-term visas, immediate families of Filipinos holding 9A visas, 13A visas, native-born visas and such, and also investors' visas will be allowed starting February 1. Okay, but we'll wait till the Bureau of Immigration posts their specific guidelines. But the good news again is that the travel ban or the travel restriction on the 36 countries will end on January 31. So foreign nationals starting February 1 will need, of course, to follow some conditions in order to be allowed entry into the Philippines. That's always been the case. Whenever there is an easing of restriction, there's always conditions attached to it. So what are these conditions? Foreign nationals need to satisfy these conditions in order to gain entry into the Philippines. First up is they need a valid and existing visa. So arriving foreign nationals should have a valid and existing visa at the time of entry into the Philippines. Whether it's a 9A visa or a long-term visa, all foreign nationals need a visa to enter the Philippines. Only those qualified under the Balikbayan program can avail of the visa upon arrival privilege. Okay? So only foreign nationals who don't need visa to enter the Philippines starting February 1 are former Filipinos, so Filipinos who gained foreign citizenship, foreign spouse and children of Filipinos or former Filipinos traveling with them. And again, for these people, they have to, like former Filipinos, you need to have your old Philippine passport or your birth certificate. And for foreign spouse and Filipinos or former Filipinos, just bring in your marriage certificate. And for foreign children, regardless of age, just bring your birth certificate. So these are proof of your affiliation to the Filipino or the Filipino citizen or the former Filipino citizen you are traveling with. So for foreign spouse and children, regardless of age, if you are not traveling with your Filipino spouse or Filipino parent, you'll need a visa to enter the Philippines. You can only avail the visa upon arrival if they travel with you. That's clear? The second condition is that all foreign nationals, including Balikbayans or former Filipinos, you'll need a pre-booked accommodation for at least 7 nights in an accredited quarantine hotel or facility. That's right. If you're a foreign national, a foreign passport holder, you'll need also to have a pre-booking of your quarantine facility or hotel. And unlike before you only had to book for 2 nights. With the changes on the testing rules in the Philippines, you will need to have a pre-booked quarantine hotel of 7 nights. That's right, 7 nights. If you watched my last video where we talked about the changes on the testing rules in the Philippines, which will be effective February 1, you will know or understand why the 7 nights is now required. And the third condition for all foreign nationals entering the Philippines starting February 1 is that you'll be subjected to a COVID-19 testing, RT-PCR test, at the quarantine hotel or quarantine facility on the 6th date from the date of arrival. Because the first day of your arrival is not counted. So basically, it's going to be on your 6th day from your arrival in the Philippines. Then you'll have your COVID test at the quarantine hotel. It's no longer at the airport. There will be no more COVID test at the airport starting February 1. So the entry of foreign nationals also again will be subject to the maximum capacity of inbound passengers at the port and date of entry. So as soon as the Bureau of Immigration posts their guidelines, we'll get more information in this and I'll make a video about that. I'm also waiting for the Philippine Airlines to post specific guidelines on arrival protocols. As soon as they post, we'll make a video about it. But don't worry, this the end of the travel ban, no more extension. This is legit. This is coming from the office of the president. Okay? They are the people who make these decisions. So don't worry if the Bureau of Immigration hasn't posted yes. This is legit and this will happen. So this is good news, guys, especially for former Filipinos who've been messaging or commenting from our videos. Yes, if ikaw po ay isang former Filipino, you have a foreign passport, you only have an expired Filipino passport, you can enter the Philippines regardless of where you come from starting February 1, including your foreign spouse and your children. So this is good news, guys, and it's good that they announced this a bit early. Yeah, I was expecting that they would announce this January 31, but it's good at least they let us know early. You know, if you are traveling to the Philippines, just prepare yourself, be patient, be prepared, and be a smart traveler, be a knowledgeable traveler, know the travel rules. And expect that your COVID test will be on the 6th day from the date of your arrival. I think that is good news because, you know, less crowd at the airport, so arrival protocols will be faster. And still, you have to shoulder the cost of that test if you are a non OFW or a foreign national. So that is all for this video, friends. Let me know what you think about this and I will see you again with another video. I think this is going pretty good. The news that we've been getting are pretty good news. So that is all for this video. I'll see you again with another video. Don't forget to like. Bye.